Sanyukta Penta is an associate professor and head of the Center for Innovation and Social Transformation, CIST, at GEDC College of Engineering and Technology in Hyderabad, right here in the city that I live in. And I know the college very well. I know their faculty very well, and she's one of the most outstanding faculty members in that college. She's currently pursuing a PhD from GNU Hyderabad in renewable energy sources, and the areas of interest include sustainable energy solutions, service learning, and engineering education. She's a certified design thinking practitioner from IIT Delhi, and an innovation ambassador. She's also completed advanced entrepreneurship training through the US Consulate. Her dedication to sustainability and social impact has earned numerous accolades, including the 2024 Quanta Sustainability Award, which is organized and award is given at the annual conference of IFEES GEDC at this time it was in Sydney in 2024. And she has been there and presented it there. I received the award over there with, in the front of all the outstanding global experts of IFEES and GEDC. And the topic of her project is very fascinating, bridging classrooms and community to sustainable partnerships. Okay, so thank you, Sanyukta, and thank you for the excellent work that you do. I'm going to let you start your presentation right now. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you, Krishna sir, for introducing me. Thank you so much. And good morning and good evening, everyone. Thank you, Hans and IFEES and concert team for giving me this opportunity. And it's my privilege to be here today in front of all global leaders. Thank you so much. And I'm truly honored to present a story of transformation, innovation, and a hope. A story of how classrooms and communities can come together for a sustainable growth. So I welcome all of you to the journey of Center for Innovation and Social Transformation at KJ Reddy College of Engineering and Technology, where innovation meets impact. So with your permission, I'll start presenting my screen.
Yes, please. You have your permission.
I hope my screen is visible.
It is visible. You can just put it on the full screen mode. That way the picture will be larger. Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
Perfect. Yep, you're all set.
Before entering into the journey, I want to share a small video presentation of CIST work. From last 3.5 years, we are working as a center of excellence to become a global center of excellence in transforming the engineering education to a change-making system. So I'll start the video.
The audio may not be possible, but you can just imagine the words as it goes along. We have a technical problem with the audio, so.
The center was established.
Yeah, keep talking. That's fine. That's good. Little bit sound is coming.
Krishna sir, voice is not coming.
That's fine. Yeah, so go ahead now. You can go with the slides. That's fine. They've got an idea now as to what is involved in doing the work that you're doing. So go ahead.
Hello, everyone.
And share your slides again. Yeah, good. It's coming up. Yes. Vishnu, can you mute yourself, please?
Okay, sir.
The Center for Innovation and Social Transformation, the main vision of this center to become a center of excellence.
Vishnu, we'll have to ask you to leave if you are not able to control your sound, okay? Yeah, go ahead.
Center for Innovation and Social Transformation, the vision of this center to become a center of excellence that foster an ecosystem to promote engagement, innovation, and research, leading to sustainable socio-economic development in the community. And the center established to encourage innovative thinking and problem-solving skills among students with a goal to contribute socio-economic and environmental growth in nearby communities. Students involved in CIST are exposed to emerge as leaders in community with a high sense of moral and civic responsibility towards the development of country. So our mission is very clear. Students of CIST aren't just engineers in the making. They are the leaders, change makers, and responsible citizens of tomorrow. To become a center of excellence, it is not just learning for exams, but learning for life, not just building careers, but building communities. So this is the main vision and mission of this center. To achieve the vision and mission of the center, strategically, we are partnered with nearby villages and also we collaborated with non-profit organizations. So by collaborating with non-profit organizations and nearby communities, we have conducted many village visits for the students. One of our flagship program from Center for Innovation and Social Transformation is a Gnan Shoot. So it's a unique aspect of our community engagement where students will stay in the villages for up to 3 days. They'll immerse, the students completely immerse in the village rural life. We are conducting this program in association with Palle Srujana. So in this program, students spend 3 days living in villages. There is no textbooks, no lectures. Just the students will observe, listen, and immerse themselves into the rural way of life. So students from the outcome of a Gnan Shodh, after 3 days staying in the village, they spent enough time in the villages. The students learning from the Gnan Shodh. So students gain the different knowledges and students gain understanding of rural life, culture, and societal realities and appreciate their significant contribution to Indian society and economy. And students develop a sense of empathy and bonds of mutuality with the village members. And students identified unmet needs and opportunities for contributing to the socio-economic development of the village. Here, the students, they return not just with ideas, but with a deeper understanding of social fabric and the real unmet needs. So I want to share here one of interesting story. We'll conduct every year 5 Gnan Shodhs from the center. So every time 3 days, the students, nearly 30 students and 3 to 4 faculty along with the students will go and stay in the village for up to 3 days. So after the completion of one first Gnan Shodh, one of our students came to me and shared interesting reflection. After this visit, the student perception towards the society is completely changed. Before going to this Gnan Shodh program, the student is based on their work. He used to judge the people based on their occupation and work. But after Gnan Shodh program, the student realized that we can't judge any person with their occupation or a dressing or by seeing themselves. We have to listen. There is some background story in every person. So they stopped their judgment towards the people. So after this 1 or 2 Gnan Shodhs, then the students are really interested to come forward to participate in Gnan Shodh. Completely the student perception is changed. And other students shared one interesting story. Before coming to the Gnan Shodh, the students, he is taking the parents are granted. They are asking for everything and the parents are giving everything and he is enjoying. But after coming back 3 days staying with the village, he understand what are the comfort zone, how he is living with the comfort zones by spending money of parents. So after coming back to this, interestingly, he reflected on that. He started discussing more with the parents and he discussed with his mother daily for 30 minutes and 20 minutes. And he spent with her mother and she also shared her problems. Then he given a beautiful solution to her mother. He is having a problem of cleaning a fan. So interestingly, he developed a solution. He has given one instrument with that easily she can able to clean the fan. So what is my point of view from this Gnan Shodh is the students are immersing themselves in the villages without textbooks, just by observing and immersing themselves into the lives of people, they are realizing really what is the life. And what we are living right now is completely different. And what is a life is exactly completely different. So they realized that after coming back to the Gnan Shodh, and they started encouraging the junior students and others, at least it's a lifetime moment, memory to go to the Gnan Shodh. That is the story of this Gnan Shodh. So I can proudly say we are
Very good.
conducting every year
Very
the
good.
Gnan Shodh, 5 Gnan Shodhs. So the students understand not only the engineering, it's only a classwork and giving some solutions to the problems, but they understand how to become a co-creators of a change, how to part of that change making system. So just they're not giving a solution, they're not becoming a solution providers, they start becoming a co-creators. So after these reflections from the Gnan Shodh and village visits and surveys, the center and the KG Reddy College of Engineering and Technology understand we have to introduce into the curriculum. So based on that, we integrated the courses into the curriculum. So these are the courses offered by this center: design thinking and sustainable development, social innovation, and engineering for sustainable development. We are starting these courses from the first semester to the 4th year. Up to 4th year, we are having these courses. So engineering for sustainable development course is an open elective course we are offering from 3rd year, 3-1, 3-2, and 4-1. So first design thinking and sustainable development course we offered in semester 1. So at the end of this course, the main motto of this course, why we introduced this course is the students has to empathize about the people, and students has to understand what is the role of engineering in the society, how it can impact the people's life. And every day now we are seeing, the word is climate action, climate change. So how the engineering technology, engineering equipment are impacting the climate action. The students develop a deep sense of meaning for the role of engineers need to play in addressing United Sustainable Development Goals, and demonstrated design thinking process, and they critically analyze, formulate the given design problem, and they can apply engineering design process to semi-structured design problem. So at the end of this course, students will understand what is their role to play in the society to achieve a sustainable development goals as well as to impact their lives by the innovations. So how these are the key deliverables in the course. So this course, as I mentioned, design thinking and sustainable development, it's not just a course. So we always believe, KG Reddy always believes the change starts from us. So similarly, we believe that principle, and we started introducing this course. We are expecting students, the change from students, it starts from the students. So as a part of that, we introduced this carbon footprint, 2 weeks of session on climate action, climate change. So we'll take a presentation, the video reflections on carbon footprint. So to give a video presentation, the students has to observe in the campus or in their travel or at homes, in their regular life and regular surroundings, they need to observe and what are the innovations are existing at present, and before 10 years, what is the innovation for that? For example, a mixie. In olden days, the mother used to do that to make a chutney. Now we are having within fraction of second, we are using mixie. So they come up with this type of innovations. Then they analyzed those innovations. What is the carbon footprint from these innovations? So they calculated by using some tools. Then they presented a video reflections. I'll share one interesting story here. One of the interesting reflection from student is, she used to travel regularly in cabs and in the college bus and in the RTC bus. She observed how the people are going, and she read the book. Then she come back and she is telling, by transportation, 78% of the carbon footprint is coming out from the transportation. So why a single person is going in a car? Why can't we take a pool of members? Why can't we use a pool cab? So she not only just given a reflection, she discussed with her friends in the same area, and they started coming. They are pooling a cab and they are coming, 5 members are coming in a single vehicle. And also while leaving the classroom, she's consciously, after this video reflection, she's consciously switching off the lights and fans. And while she is roaming in the corridors also, she is observing and going back and informing, don't switch off the fans and lights when there is not in use. So that type of reflections are coming from the this course. So after reflections, the students has to attend a quiz on carbon footprint and climate action. Then they has to took a problem statement. We'll provide as a course instructor, we'll provide a semi-structured problem statements. So the student teams, they has to form a team, and student teams need to select a problem statement. They has to align that problem statement to the sustainable development goals, and they has to present. And we'll also teach them the design thinking process and different tools, 3D design tools in the course. At the end of this course, the students need to come up with an idea with a 3D model. They'll present a poster in front of the external jury members. We will evaluate this for the 60 marks. Other reflections and final design report will have a 40 marks for that one. So total is 100 marks. So finally, the students will come up with the poster presentation with a 3D model idea. This is about a course 1, design thinking and sustainable development. Students understand what is the importance of engineering in creating some impact in the society, and they'll go through the design thinking process. Second sem, these are some of the glimpses of student presentations, carbon footprint and sustainable development goals. Then in the second semester of first year, we are introduced the course called social innovation. So during this social innovation course, in the first course, they just learned about design thinking process. Here, they actually apply the design thinking process for the real-time problem statements. So initially I mentioned we have strategically collaborated with the community partners, villages and NGOs. So we'll took a problem statements from community partnered villages as well as NGOs. That real world problem statements will give it to students here. So the students has to analyze the problem statement by interacting with the users. We have 3 weeks of time. During these 3 weeks, the students will go and interact with the user. So for example, I'm giving a problem statement from Sriram Nagar village. So a farmer about those are cultivating flowers. So students will go and interact with flower farmers. They'll take insights from the users. They'll come back and they'll present. What is their analysis? What are the user insights? They'll present. They'll identify criteria and constraints, means what are the requirements of the user. Then they will do background research to identify existing solutions and identifying gaps from research journals and other websites. They will do a secondary data analysis. Then after identifying the gaps, they'll start applying the design thinking process, ideation process. As a team, here they will form a multidisciplinary teams. They will brainstorm and they'll give number of ideas. Here they will pose the number of ideas, not a quantity of ideas. They will give number of ideas, more than 25 to 30 ideas they'll present. After that, from that 25 ideas, based on the feasibility, we have a presentation thing. So the jury members will validate that idea. Then they'll select one idea. For that idea, they will do a 3D model and proof of concept. So at the end of this course, the students will have to present a proof of concept. Proof of concept means a functional prototype, a small prototype at the end of this course for their idea. So here we have given a real-time problem statement. So they'll work on the real-time problem statement. They interact with the users. They'll identify criteria and constraint. After come back from the village, if required, again they will go and meet the users again. But sometimes NGO partners are very longer. Then we'll arrange Zoom call meetings and Google Meets. Then they'll come up with idea and they'll present in the form of PPT and posters at the end. So here also we'll call an external jury member. Here the jury member will validate the idea. So we have approximately 800 students in the first year. So we will get here 82 teams from overall first year. So out of 82 teams, 30 to 40 teams will select the best ideas, the validated ideas will select for the next. So these are the glimpses of student presentations. So then the selected ideas will go for the next course in the third year. It is an open elective. In the first year, we introduced design thinking process in first semester. In second semester, they'll apply that design thinking process to the real problem statement. They are having a proof of concept in their hand. Now they'll come and select open elective. Here, they'll start developing that POC to prototype. So they will reflect again here role of engineering in promoting sustainable development by addressing SDGs and apply engineering design process to develop innovative sustainable solutions. They collaborate effectively in multidisciplinary team. As I mentioned, it is an open elective. So all branch teams come together and they'll form a multidisciplinary team. Utilize the project management techniques to plan and execute and develop and implement effective communication strategies to convey technical information. So at the end of this course, here also we are having video reflections from the students. They are already having in the second semester, they are already having a POC proof of concept. They'll go back to the users again. They will validate with the users. They will take a feedback on the POC. They'll incorporate that feedback into this POC and they'll prepare a prototype. Then they will submit and they will present a prototype in PPT form and poster presentation. Again, here we are having a jury of external. So we'll validate the technical feasibility, uniqueness. Then they will apply again design thinking process. They will go and conduct some surveys with the users. they'll change the modification, they'll incorporate that feedback and do the changes to the final design, and they'll present final PPT at the end of this course. Next course, Engineering for Sustainable Development 2. So it is a continuation to the course 1. So there is a prototype. Now they will develop fully operational, ready to use or market ready product in the next semester. Here, after prototyping, they'll go and test prototype and validate in its functionality. Here, strategically, we collaborated with T-Hub and V-Hub incubators, other incubators, to validate this product and demonstrate the design prototype in intent operational environment. In previous semester, they will do the testing in laboratory as well as operational. Here, completely, they will do the testing in the real environment. So at the end of this course, they will make a market ready product and they will go and deploy with the community. Again, here is a reflections and video presentations. Here we have a product exhibition, product expo thing at the end of this course. So these are the glimpses of project expos. And I mentioned here it is from first year to fourth year, we introduce the courses. As the end of Engineering for Sustainable Development 2 courses, some of the projects, as of now, 4 products we deployed in the village, and by using those products, the village community are benefiting. So one of the community project deployed in partner village, it is in Sri Ram Nagar village. So the main problem of Sri Ram Nagar village is 80% of the farmers in that village are cultivating rose flowers and chrysanthemum flowers. So due to low shelf life of flowers, it is leading to the economic loss of the farmers. Actually, to pluck those flowers, early morning, 3 o'clock, the labor has to go and pluck that flowers. From this village to market, it is 20 kilometers. So the market for a flowers is only early morning 5 to 6. So they has to reach the market by 5 a.m. So if they want to reach at 5 a.m., obviously the farmer has to pluck the flowers in the morning 3 to 4. So during that 3 to 4, it is very odd time to get laborers. So laborers are costing more. So the labor cost is more. They are costing around 1,200 and 1,300 rupees per day. And it is leading loss to the farmer. For example, if the farmer is plucking the flowers in the evening and storing and selling to the market in the next day morning, but the flower shelf life is very less, it is only 6 to 7 hours. So there is no storage facility in the village. So it's again lead to the loss for the farmers. When we interacted with the villagers, we attended Gram Sabhas, and almost 6 to 7 months, we conducted surveys, focus group discussions, interview with the farmers, interview with the women, interview of all stakeholders of the village. We understand there is economic loss because of this shelf life of flowers. So we asked them to shift other crops, but from long years, they are depending on these flower cultivation and paddy. So they are not ready to shifting their crop. And as we are the design thinking practitioners, so we have brainstormed different ideas. So we suggested several ideas. First, we suggested a plucking device, a gloves to pluck the device. We developed that gloves also, a plucking gloves. But we have given this plucking gloves to the farmer. Those are plucking the flower. He is not feeling comfortable with that gloves, and it is taking more time to pluck the flowers with the natural fingers. It is taking 1 hour time, but this gloves, it is taking more time. So it is again the drawback. So we failed at the plucking gloves. Then we started searching for the storage facility for the flowers. But for storage facility, it requires large space, and the fund is important, and also it is not environmental friendly. The refrigeration system, it releases ethane and methane gases to the environment, and daily 300 kgs of flowers storing in that big storage system. It is causing again economical loss to the farmers. But some members suggested, why can't you convert dry flowers to art and other forms, crafts and arts? We tried with women, but there is no market with that for crafts and gifts by flower. So that is also we dropped down, and finally we came up with this idea, converting the flower waste to value added products, incense sticks and dhoop sticks. So initially, the 4 women started doing this incense sticks by hands, but again it is a hectic process to them. So they need to spend more than 4 hours to do 500 sticks. So again, the labor cost is more. So we came back and brainstormed again. We developed a low-cost automatic incense stick making machine, which converts the waste flowers into incense stick making machines, incense sticks. So we developed, designed, and this almost it took me for 1 year, and we deployed this in the Sri Ram Nagar village. Now 4 women are trained to operate this machine. They started procuring local material, the flowers from the temples, flowers from the farmers, and the wastage of flowers from the temples and nearby areas. If any function is happening, they'll collect from the flowers, and they are drying that flowers and converting that flowers to the agarbattis and dhoop sticks, and they are selling it to the near markets in the 5 villages of that area. So they are earning some income with this machine. So this is one of the impacted project we deployed in the Sri Ram Nagar village. I'm happy to say now the 4 women are working on this. They are now going to start branding also with a company name. And initially they earned only 5,000 to 6,000. Now their income is increased. They are trying to get more market connects. This is one of the project. So these are the community projects deployed in the village. These are the feedback from the users.
We're sorry we can't get you the audio because of a technical problem, but I think you have got the
So
idea.
actually this
Yeah.
is a reflection from those women.
Yes.
This
Yeah.
one video is working on that machine, and other video is the reflection from those women. So
Very
4
good.
women together, they are working on this machine, and they are earning
Yeah.
money. Now they are independent.
Wonderful.
These are the news articles about that project deployment. We got recognition in local newspapers and national newspapers. And one more project is storage space for harvested vegetables. As I mentioned, we partnered with 11 villages. So in one of the villages, a Surangal village. So most of the farmers in these village will cultivate leafy vegetables. Again, same problem. The leafy vegetable shelf life is very less. So the market is too far from the village. So there is no space for the storage of that leafy vegetables. So strategically, we developed IoT based cooling chamber. It is completely natural cooling process. There is no refrigeration system here. Natural evaporative system. So we developed and we constructed a storage unit there. Recently, in the last month only, we deployed this product, and the farmers are using this for now, carrots and tomatoes. Nearly 22 farmers are come forward, and they are using this storage unit. They are getting more price, the best price in the market for their vegetables, leafy vegetables and carrots and other vegetables. So this is also recognition. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Somebody was interrupting. That's fine.
Next, one more project is paddy grain drying machine. In Sajjanapalli village, most of the farmers here in Telangana, they'll cultivate paddy. So after cultivation of paddy, after harvesting, they has to dry the grains. So the moisture content of the grain should be 35%. If it is more than that, again, it leads to the spoilage of grains. And the farmer is not getting proper selling price for their grains because of this. If any unexpected rains will come or wind will come, then completely it is lead to wastage of crop. So most of the time, the farmers while drying these grains, they require a large space to dry this, and they take support from the laborers. So laborer will cost 400 per person. So if 1 acre farmer, they can get 70 bags. So for the 70 bags, approximately 3 to 4 labors they need to take, and approximately 2,000 rupees every day. To dry these grains, minimum 7 days is required. So it is again loss for the farmers. So we interacted with the farmers in the survey and focus group discussions. We understand there is a real need to address this problem. So along with students from 3rd and 4th year, as a part of Engineering for Sustainable Development Goals, Sustainable Development course, they developed a portable multi-grain drying machine. It is a low-cost solution to dry the grain after harvesting. It is completely portable. The existing machines are larger in size. They are not useful for the small and marginal farmers. This machine, it is a portable and small one. It can be used by any small and marginal scale farmer. The cost is also very less. And we presented this in IIT Madras. So we got appreciation from IIT Madras, and we got winning prize in the IIT Madras Pulse Innovation Expo. And we also got, for these students, got support from the Nirman Incubation Fund. Nirman scheme, under Nirman scheme, they got funding opportunity. Now the students are incubated in the IIT Madras under Nirman scheme. These also we deployed in the Sajjanapalli village. Initially, we gave it for 5 kgs, but the farmer given a feedback, not 5 kgs, we need more than that. So we developed for 25 kgs. Now the 7 days work of the farmer is reduced to 1 day. In 1 day, the 70 bags can dry in this machine, the portable grain drying machine. It's not only for the paddy, we modified, customized it for the 5 different grains. And another community project we deployed in the Murtujaguda. This traditional Banjara embroidery includes mirror stitching, which is very time-consuming process. For a traditional traditional marriage of Banjara women, one dress stitching, it will take 45 days of time. We interacted with this Banjara women. They said they are having a lot of finger pains and knee pains and other pains while stitching this. But they always believe in this tradition. So they want to wear that dress. So it took 45 days of time for a dress. So most of the difficult work is in stitching the mirror and designing that part. So we came up with the idea, the mirror automation process by the machine. Almost 60% of the mirror stitching is happening by the machine. Only the initial part of stitching is done by hand. So by this machine, 80% of the women work is reduced. Now we can make the Banjara dress within 2 days of time. We can make complete Banjara dress for a marriage. So 45 days of work is reduced to 2 days. Now to empower this Banjara women and to protect this Indian knowledge, traditional knowledge, we started giving a training of Banjara women, not only a Banjara, other women of that village also. We took a 20 local interested Banjara women and we formed a group, and we are giving a training on this automation and mirror stitching and embroidery thing. So we are trying to make a bags. Soon we are going to release these bags into the market. So with this, we created some impact in the Banjara community, fostering a culture preservation and economic growth. These are some of the community projects we already deployed in the village, and we are having more than 20 ongoing projects. Soon we'll try to deploy those also in the community partners. So for community projects, we also got support from the different funding agencies. Almost we got 20 million funding from different agencies. These are some of the funding projects we got. And here, as I mentioned, it's a community projects. If any project having a scalability in the market, then we'll promote them, the students, to become a social entrepreneurs. So we are promoting social entrepreneurship to the next level. So as of now, with these courses, introduction of the courses and deploying the projects, we got 20 million in funding and 16 startups incubated as a social startups, 5,000 lives impacted, and 3,000 students are trained in design thinking process and project management. And as of now, 40 patents we filed. And out of that, 4 patents are granted and 6 patents are awaiting for the result for the grant. And this is, we got the international recognition recently. Thank you, Concert team and IFEES team, for recognizing the work of KGR set and giving this award. And future vision and scaling impact through this center. The build global student exchange platforms. We are encouraging cross-culture student experiences focused on real-world challenges and sustainable innovation in rural context. We are inviting global students for a summer internship program that includes visits to partner villages to explore and understand grassroots level challenges and community issues. And also we are encouraging joint research and publications. And we also scale successful prototypes across rural India with the policy and CSR partnerships. We also trying to co-create some centers like Living Lab for sustainability. These labs, as of now, generally we are having incubators in the academic institutions and somewhere, but we are more focusing on the empowerment and giving impact in the society. So we are trying to come up with the concept like Living Lab for rural sustainability in collaboration with international academic and research institutions. We can also replicate this CIST framework across the globe. And invitation to collaborate in creating lasting impact. We invite global partnerships to scale proven technologies, co-create research projects, support local entrepreneurship, and opportunities for universities and NGOs. We are ready to support and ready to collaborate to do joint SDG-based academic projects and student-led innovation labs, capacity building for faculty and community-based learning. Finally, let's build a global network on change makers who apply engineering to serve humanity in sustainable and scalable ways. Thank you once again for the opportunity. Thank you.
Outstanding, excellent, superb. What can I say? Such an amazing work that you've done, Sanyukta and your team. Congratulations. And now I'm sure we will have some people who might want to make some comments. Let's open it for chat. If you just unmute yourself and ask or raise your hand, we'll recognize you or put in the chat box. I will read it out. Okay, let's take a few minutes for that. Okay, Prakasam Tata, my friend from Chicago, says wonderful presentation. Great work. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mahamani, you can unmute yourself and ask the question.
I think you really impressed me because this is the kind of thing that I look for. Talk is cheap, but you're walking the talk. That's really fantastic. Thank you.
Good.
Thank
you,
you.
Prakasam.
Thank you.
Okay.
Prakash.
Arumugam, come in. Arumugam.
Yes, sir. I hope I'm audible.
Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah, madam, it's a great effort, and congratulations to you.
Good.
Here, my question is, we are also in some collaborative project like IFEES with the Purdue University and doing. How you are handling the interdisciplinary teams? The strategy for developing team, how you are choosing,
Good question.
and how you are mentoring. Mentoring means common mentor can't do, it is very difficult. For example, I am from mechanical, some component like IoT, it is very difficult to do. So in this context, how you are handling? So
Yes, sir. Actually, coming to multidisciplinary teams, first year, everybody will do a common. But coming to third year, it's an open elective course. So open elective course will come, the students will select from different branches. So we'll give a problem statement. So the students as a multidisciplinary team, they select a problem. So itself, the team formation itself is a multidisciplinary. Then after that, coming to your mentoring process. So we have a team of 12 members here from different branches. The CIST, this center has 12 members of team. We have all specialized team in the college, but as you mentioned, we are always academic mentors. So definitely the artificial intelligence IoT we required. So we seek support from the external mentors too. We have adjunct faculty in the college, and also we are seeking support from the T-Works and Telangana State Innovation Cell for this mentoring process. So we conduct a program called Sahyog and Avishkar Hackathon. During that time, we will give a 15 days of time. During that time, 15 days of time, the students will develop from prototype to product. So wherever they are struggling and they are facing a challenges, so external member will come into the picture and they'll guide you. And
yes,
internal
madam.
faculty, also all faculty are trained in design thinking, and 2 faculties are trained in IoT, 2 faculties are trained in cyber security, like that. The team is here, sir. Still, we need some support, so we are seeking from external.
Yes, madam. This
Good
is
job.
wonderful
job.
team formation. How you managed for filing patents that is associated with the huge cost?
Let's give other people a chance to talk, maybe.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Please. Hello.
Yeah, Divya, go ahead.
Yeah, nice presentation, ma'am. But one doubt I have, multidisciplinary means how the hours can be engaged, madam, with all departments?
Yes, sir. It's a common timetable for all the departments.
Branches. Yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am. We introduce the courses with credits. So we have a common timetable for this open elective course.
So for that open auditorium, in auditorium you can do that activity and all, ma'am?
No, madam. Mostly we have a section of 30 and 30. So we have a separate classroom for 30 and 30, six teams. Engineering for Sustainable Development course, 6 teams. Engineering for Sustainable Development course 2, 6 teams. So 30 and 30 members. These team members will come 6 hours per a week.
Okay.
2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Other comments, questions? Otherwise, we'll give Arumugam a chance again. Okay, Arumugam, you had another question? Go ahead.
Yes, sir. So my question is for filing patent that is associated with huge cost, how you manage it? What is the strategy? Whether college management sponsored or
Yes, sir.
through any NGO or no?
College management is sponsoring, sir, and sometimes students collaboration with college will do.
Thank
See,
you.
one of the big advantages that KG Reddy College of Engineering has is the ownership. You know,
Yes.
the director of the program is Rohit Kandakatla, who is actually a PhD from Purdue University and has done excellent work in engineering education. And he has returned back to lead the effort at the college. And so he has introduced many of these ideas. And fortunately for him, he's got people like Sanyukta and other people in the college who are able to implement and take this forward. I think fantastic job that they're doing at KG Reddy College of Engineering. Congratulations to them.
Complete visionary behind this is Dr. Rohit Kandagatla only.
Right.
We are the
Yeah.
just implementation part.
No, but
Our
no,
idea
that is
is
not that. See, but that is
sir.
but that is not less important. Okay, implementation is not, because many people all over the world have great ideas. Very people are implementing them. But getting to implement is sometimes a bigger problem, bigger issue, larger scale, and you have managed to do that. That's take credit for it. Okay, very good. Yeah, other comments, questions for 2-3 minutes, and then we'll have to wrap it up.
My comment is you're walking the talk. That's exactly what
That's good. Yeah, walking the talk. That's great. Yeah, fantastic. Well, the Prakasam Tata works in a lot of villages in India, he's in Chicago on waste management. There's a lot of work. He's older than you and me, and still comes to India and does all this work. That's why really, if he says it's a great work, then I think Samyukta, you should feel happy that you've been recognized for one of the biggest stalwarts in the world, in the world. Yeah.
I missed meeting you this time in Hyderabad. I was there only for one day last month. I really felt bad about it because I wanted to see you. Unfortunately, distances and all that is too much. It was just in one day to do that, you know. So saw my sister and took a flight.
Right. Some other time.
Yes.
Okay,
We are
so
happy
now,
to
great. So over to you, Hans. You might want to wrap it up. And
Thank you, thank you.
close the session.
I just want to echo the comments made. Samyukta, Venta, it was an inspirational presentation, and all for you to know, she was the recipient of our last year's Special Sustainability Award that is sponsored by Quanzer, and this is the IFEES and GEDC community working in close partnership with Quanzer, and she is quite inspirational. I mean, I had the pleasure to meet her in Sydney when she received the reward. There was a beautiful photo there, but the presentation today, I think one of the, and several comments I just want to make, one of the key things is not on one of the questions also, how to engage other colleagues, not only theoretically, intellectually, but at a practical level, for example, in terms of working with villages. In my own particular background, without going into details on that, it just resonates that very, very, very deeply. I just want you to know, Samyukta, I look forward. One of the other seeds I want to plant, and I'll make a couple of comments about the IFEES and GDCs per se, is John Tharakan, who's on this presentation here, who I've known and Krishna have known per se, suggested also to reach out beyond, not only in India, as he's suggesting, of course, but my vision is, and given the role that IFEES and GDC is, how to also inspire the new generation, for example. And I'm working closely as co-chair currently, and Krishna and I know very, very much talk about that forthcoming conference in South Korea this September, the WEEF IFEES GDC event per se, and where the student engagement is increasingly critically important. And my generation, the older generation, really, really learning from the new generation and keeping not only our hearts, but our minds open to learn from that new generation. And the way you've explained your experience, Samyukta, is just very, very beautiful. Let me just make just a couple of comments I always like to share with you, particularly, of course, there are many, many of our friends and colleagues from India, and I'm working closely with Krishna to support his leadership in India in terms of supporting the community. But India is an important part of the world, and I want you to also engage globally, but also the world learn from what's going on in India is a fundamental criteria and value that so a couple of things just for you to know. Again, this year, we will have the Sustainability Award that is being supported by Kwanzaa. And there may be some of you very much interested in possibly applying for that. I just want to plant that seed per se. We also have, again, the Duncan Fraser Award, which is an important of the IFEES community per se. And then we have what we call the Transformative Engineering Award. Without going to details on that, where we have committees that look and receive proposals per se and choose winners that we then invite to our global conference in South Korea this year. Just wanted to plan if anybody wants to write to me, and of course Krishna and I are in close contact with one another and so forth. I'm very happy to work with you and respond to questions. Just a couple of other comments. I'm very privileged. I've been working the IFEES GEDC community, increasing a whole new part of the world, the Balkan region, in Serbia and Albania. And I have the privilege, we have a conference coming there, bringing that local reality together, not only of academics, but also government and embassies of different countries, for example, that look, a key theme this year. We have the future of innovation, for example, and as a theme coming up, and I'll be there in 2 weeks. I've mentioned our South Korea global conference this September, but also in Canada, in Montreal, I'm part of the ASAE. I host a session of both IFEES and GDC and reception dinner per se, where some colleagues from India come, from other parts of the world, and primarily from North America. So again, Samyukta, I'm just want to let you know, you inspired me to listen to you. We will share the recording of your presentation with our global community per se, as Krishna and I are deeply committed to. So it's a pleasure. It's a real pleasure. Thank you, Krishna. And
thank you, Sanyukta, and I think many more people who are working with you deserve a lot of the credit. It's not just Sanyukta, as you know. It's a lot of teamwork, and I think some of them are in the audience today, and I want to just applaud the team members also, and keep up the good work, and keep expanding, and as Sunil Pandit says, go global, okay? And everybody have a good evening, good morning, good day, wherever you are, and take care. All right.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Peace be with you. Take good care, Samyukta.
Thank you.